Hi, in this video I will demonstrate how you can use the header of a template and integrate that into your main document. So in this case what we want to do is we want to reuse a template, and in that template we have a custom header. That custom header has to come into your main document. So here we have a main document, and now I'm going to split it out so that the header can be included. I have a first section, so this is going to be section 1. So I'm going to call this header of section 1, and then I'm going to split out my document in different sections. Why different sections? Because in Word you can have different headers and footers depending on the section. Cool. Okay, let's take a look. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Layout, Breaks, and I'm going to select Section Break Next Page. So now what has happened here is that you see I have also indicated that I have the paragraph view on. So here I can see now that this section break is right there. If I switch this off, this is what your normal view will look like, and then you don't see it, but here I know now the section break is there. I have a second header, and this header is now same as previous. You have to switch it off. So unlink the header to the previous, and please also unlink the footer to the previous. So I'm going to call this header footer 1, and this is going to be section 2 now. So now each section has a different header because I unlinked it from the previous. Okay, this is going to be my footer for 2. And what I'm going to do now is also create an extra section. So maybe the template is in your last section, maybe it's somewhere in between. All of that is possible. I'm going to do a demonstration where it's somewhere in between. So here I'm going to introduce another section. Layout, Breaks, Section Break Next Page. Again, I have to uncouple it from the previous section. So I'm going to click this button over here, link to previous, unlink it. So this is going to be my section 3, and this is going to be my content on section 3, and then I'm going to have a footer on for section 3, and same here, I'm going to unlink it and call this section 3. So now my document looks great. That's exactly what I want. I want to have a template over here. I want to have the 3 different sections, and now I want to start introducing my template. Save this, and now I can easily reuse it later. So now we are in Salesforce. In Salesforce I will create a new doc config, and I'm going to call this a template Word document. So let's start with the template. I'm going to say next, and this I'm going to call template use template header. Obviously the delivery type does not really matter, but I'm just going to put it to base64. Document title does not matter, so because this is a template. Let me save it and then open PDF Butler, and let me upload the template right now. So I'm going to upload my template here, and then for this one I'm just going to drag and drop it on the choose files, as you can see, and now click save to server. Okay, my template is already there. Next up, I'm going to create a new doc config for my main. So this is going to be a main Word document. Okay, and this I'm going to have to enter the title, because otherwise it's going to be gibberish, and then I'm going to say I'm going to store it with files override. Cool. The files override of that, this is not important here. I'm going to open up PDF Butler, the configuration screen again, and then I'm going to upload the template right here. Okay. For this demonstration, I don't really have merge fields. Obviously, if you have merge fields, please add data sources at will and config types at will. But for this one, I just want to introduce the header, the templates. So I can use as config type, and then I'm going to go for a document v3. The merge field is going to be template me, so it's going to be directly here. And then I have to select some data source, some field. It doesn't matter because it's not going to be used, because I'm going to select a template that I want to use. So this is my template, and when I select a template over here, that only works when you select the template over here, then you will see this checkbox use header and footer from templates. In this case, it will assume that you are working with different sections. If you're not working with different sections, your entire document will inherit the templates, the headers and the footers from the templates. So I'm going to check this one and then say OK. Save to server, and now my entire configuration is done and I can start testing this. Okay, moving back into Salesforce, and we're gonna go to the edits page screen. In this case, I'm gonna start from an opportunity and I'm gonna use the previewer components. It doesn't matter which component you use, it doesn't matter which object you start from, obviously, but this is just for the example. And then I'm gonna copy my identifier of my .config and use that in the previewer. Save the configuration, and then we are ready to test once the configuration is completely saved. Okay, changes are saved, so let me refresh my screen and then I can test my changes immediately. So it will now generate a document, use the template, and then we will see that the second header, the first header is the header of section 1, the first footer is the footer of section 1, and then you see the header coming from my template, the body coming from my template. There were multiple pages on my template, they are all nicely here. I also have page numbers coming from my template, so they are all now put directly inside my document, and this is the end of the template. So after that I expect one more page with a header 3, and indeed this one is now header 3 for the section 3, and everything is looking perfect. Let's switch off the checkbox to use the header and the footer. Save, and then we'll see the difference. So it will now generate this document again, and you will see it says now header of section 2, and every page it will say header of section 2 instead of the templates header and the templates footer. So let's switch it back, because obviously that's not what we want in this demo. So we can easily just flip that switch again and then generate it one last time. So in this case, everything will be back in order. Header of section 1, footer of section 1, and the header and the footer coming directly from my template.